365 Days of Horsemanship, day 257. So yesterday I got caught in the rain. It was nice actually. I had a little window and I was pretty tired. I was after my night shift, and so I made it up in the afternoon, and it was a really good example actually, I think, of just having realistic expectations for myself. And I was really tired, like so tired. And you know, like when you're tired, like of course it's difficult for me, certainly. Like when I'm tired, it's difficult to want to do anything other than to stay in bed. But I dutifully got out of bed and I got myself up here to the horses, and I really wanted to ride Mia, because the day before I had been doing the hay and I'd had this great idea while I was filming videos that I wanted to practice being able to set a pressure and keep that pressure, and that had really motivated me. And then unfortunately I ran out of time before I had to go to work, and so yesterday I really had that motivation still, and that was what I kind of really clung to. And so that's what I did first, and just really followed that feel of allowing myself to really do what I want, which sounds like so obvious in some ways, but to me it's kind of like a really big deal to be like, well, you know, I really want to do this, so that's what I'm gonna do, and just really just doing the thing that I want, rather than like, oh well, I should do all these other things first. So came up, I went to get Mia. I actually watched this morning Elsa's Patreon video about haltering and how she manages the transition between freedom and having the halter on. And I will post the link down below to Elsa's Patreon if any of you guys want to come and join it. I would highly recommend it. And it was interesting because I'd been taking kind of like a dominant approach of insistent leadership, where I'm kind of like increasing the pressure until I'm insisting that Mia puts the halter on, basically. And Elsa had kind of used more like supportive leadership, marking the focus changes. And at any point that a focus change was given, she would then stop the process of putting the halter on, which actually I really liked. I don't know how well it will work with Mia, because with Mia, she's not really so much shy of the halter as argumentative about it. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it today. I'm going to try be more supportive and see what comes out of that. And really just give that a go. And yeah, see how it goes. So that was good. I was happy with it at the time. I think Elsa, I think, was saying in this video that she prefers to be more efficient and effective and use more dominant leadership than insistent, because insistent is kind of like more irritating. I think I do generally agree with that mindset. With Mia, I think the reason that I've chosen to use the insistent leadership is because I think it feels less irritating to her. There's something about being made to do something that just really seems to put a lot of tension in her. And when it's insistent, it's almost like she's got that little bit more time to decide what's in it for her. So I don't know if I'll change my mind over time as I work with this more, and I'll come more to Elsa's frame of mind. She's certainly spent a lot more hours doing it than I have, and she's definitely more experienced than I am. However, I'm also the kind of person where it really has to make sense to me for me to do it, and it feels better at this point. I think with Lawrence, I could definitely understand the efficiency of dominance being really important, and I think once the halter's on and I'm like playing with stuff in the halter, I think it's really important still to be clear and to be efficient. But yeah, I don't know, this like slower route with Mia that I am taking with the insistent leadership does seem to be helpful. It does seem to be reducing her stress level, just to be like that little bit more patient and not like make it happen right now. So yeah, so I'm going to keep doing it for now, and see how that goes. I think that's part of like just the self-confidence aspect of like being myself and being in my own place in my journey. And I think just letting myself come to it in my own time. And that's definitely one of the things I really like about Elsa is like, I could ask her about this, but I know that like really what she wants is for me to feel it for myself and to be like, yeah, go out, do what you think is right, learn your lessons your own way and come to your own conclusions. And I think that's really what I have to do with it. So yeah, but it was a good day. It was a really good day yesterday. Getting off topic, sorry guys. Brought Mia up, played with this, putting a pressure on and not changing it. I still think, looking back, because I recorded myself, but it's not a super video, it's not like super quality, so I'm gonna try again today and then I'll see if I can share that with you guys. I've actually got my Pivo today, so that might help. But yeah, I still need to be clearer, I think. And I still need to like, yeah, still need to be clearer. But also I think like it's important to help her to get to the right answer. I need to give her that time and make those adjustments. Yeah, but it went well. I was really happy with it. It was tricky because it started raining a lot on us. And so we had to make some allowances for that. But it was still good. I was still happy. We did, 15 minutes on the ground and 15 minutes in the saddle. We saddled really nicely, which was nice. We did the girthing really nicely, which went well. Didn't feel like we were in a rush. Didn't feel like that was really stressful. Yeah, so that whole thing went really, really nicely. By that time I went to take her back, I was tired. And I went to do a little distance work with Lawrence. And he actually had quite a few focus changes, quite a lot of curiosity going on. It was literally 5 minutes and I was so tired. And I said, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to go home now. And that was really nice too, is to give myself that permission to do that, to say this is my best today and I'm okay with it. I'm happy. It was really powerful for me. So yeah, so back again today, rested with a little more time and yeah, excited to gonna get Mia's plaits done today and I'll certainly make a start on them. And get some more time in the arena, get on that pattern a little bit more. I've actually thought of a really cool way that I'm hoping to use sideways to help with her counterflexion that she has on the circle. And so I'm hoping to use that as well, but I don't think I'll have time to introduce that today. But I think that's going to be really good to have that new pattern just to sit on until I feel like I'm starting to get bored or frustrated with the original pattern, because it's really important. I think a relationship encompasses two people, and I think I'm probably, for both of the horses, the one in the relationship who's going to get bored the fastest of doing the same thing. And so I think it's really important that I maintain a level of novelty that keeps my motivation up, so I can really bring good energy to the sessions and to the situations, while also ensuring it's something that I'm going to be able to really dig into for long enough to be consistent with it. So yes, that's something I'm excited to add in as well. But for today, I think, unless I feel like I have time and I'm really feeling motivated about it, it's probably not something I'll play with today. I'll just continue to work on my sideways into movement and sideways into halt on the ground and in the saddle. So yeah, and hopefully be able to film that and see how it goes. And then with Lawrence, hopefully this rain will clear up. It's been raining a little bit, and I imagine the session will look as it often does, where we'll start with a bunch of scratching and then we'll see where the session takes us. So I feel ready. I feel like the scratching is really hard for me. It's really challenging. I feel like I'm late all the time and it's like frustrating. But I also know that it's really important for me to follow this rather than trying to change the session, because ultimately it is in freedom. And this is something that I need to deal with. I can't avoid it. And I think it's going to be really important and powerful for us if we can learn to do that better. Hopefully, we might actually have some scratching today that I can film, and then I can post it in the study group and get some support that way.